Welcome back to Railway Track Invisible Room.
David, Chris, Ralph, Jason seem suddenly at a boy Jimmy and Stephanie. Manny.
He lives in the house of bedrooms and homes and floors and ceilings and wallpapers.
Room train.
Close to the edge. Once upon a night, the dark and a shiny, outward bound by a mysterious, by engines were in a happy to storyline. You know, listen Manny, you wanted to story on listen. Yes, said Mighty Mac, watching a film with bedtime stories on collectibles. But he is a happy ending time, Mac thought. Story time for you, said Manny. Once upon a time now it all began. The new engines are debut on a tender engines and tank engines on a train yards. He names were Sam and Bobby. Sam is adventures taken play but rolling stock in a beginning of the starting lineup for his room. Bobby is a number 9 big tank engine is a warm tank that has a time for him ever since like that, but Sam is a rival at the bridge. Good morning friends, said Sam. He was a very Sam indeed. The engines were in good new about half in time, but Bobby and Sam had a little more less than best friends. Bobby were in place to happy with me, when Sam takes a slow coaches to a galling tomorrow. Later, the photographer man is that the engines were in Startley and Sarge in a very useful position. Save me love me tenders, said Bobby. Whenever you get to a guess another one you have stepped out. You're expecting to be a spare in times, puffed up hopefully. How about Rodtram, said Startley and Sarge, and the fact falls on a train but hey you lease coaches. Sam is digitally connected on Dignified. Excuse me, said Lee, and started away from his Sam into a slides up to the floor. Sorry, but we can't do it, said Sam and started away from his kitchen table in a corner. But Bobby is a deranged, ignorant machine that don't even care. And he was a couple minutes later. And he went into a siding, but Uridin was in derived from his rooftops. Sam and Bobby is a great couple to heavyweights. And wheels turning forwards and slips out of control, and coupling snapped. He was faster turn on his controllers on a 2 runs. Sam crashed into a train. But he was in train by accidentally damage. Sam can't be fixed at engine when Duck arrived. Hello Duck, what's up, said Sam. Rodtram, said Startley. I don't know if it's the best way for his kitchen or lounge chair is on a bench. You're about as good as call out with deep within, Sam said speaks, but you have a good point of view that is engines. Sam started off to the bedroom. Duck is the most on their own in terms that they could. After that, he long time ago, Sam and Bobby was takes his friends and carriages to a ride on their best engines. The 2 engines take some trucks and freight cars in a middle way, call into his rails, keep it close to the edge. At last, the engines worked into the goods trains. That's the end of story, asked Manny. Thank you so much for him after turnaround.